This podcast is brought to you by the Podtower, hosted by the Watchtower database. Visit youtube.com/thepodtower for informative, hilarious DC animation-themed podcasts and live streams every week. And check out the Watchtower database for DCAU video essays, timelines, fan theories, and more. And please, enjoy the show. Zachary Diamond sent me this Freakazoid pin, and now I have to find something to put it on. We're like 60 episodes behind.
Yeah, we need to actually get back on that.
Yeah, Brian and I started watching Freakazoid with the intent to, and still the intent, I guess, to do a bonus episode, but I don't want to explain it too much. It'll just kind of randomly appear for you whenever we actually finish the show.
I love that idea for them. Yeah,
I'll never tell you.
Freakazoid.
We'll never tell you when it's here. Freakazoid. Put a monkey in your ear. Freakazoid.
Nice.
Chimpanzee.
Oh,
thank you. But this is the show where we watch the DCAU, yeah?
I think you can do better than that. I want you to put some more heart into this episode, Jamie. I feel like I've been listening to all the episodes.
Greetings, listener, and welcome to episode 123 of Jump on the Bat-Wagon. I'm James from the Watchtower Database YouTube channel. I'm here to show my good buddy Brian the entire DC animated universe from start to finish. This is like the first 10 or something, you know? Where we just do this a bunch.
This is back when we still had souls.
We hadn't sold them to the Watchtower database yet in the controversial Airdate order, so he may view these shows the way human beings experience them in the far gone days of the 1900s. At the time of this recording,
6:27. Wait, can I get one for 6:27 p.m.? 6:28. 6:28. We need to line it up without the delay.
Okay.
6:28. You gotta.
Yeah, I got you.
Imagine it before, because with the delay, you gotta get it before I start. At 6:28.
Jesus. Well, anyone new turned the podcast off already. So at the time of this recording, 6:28 p.m., Superman the Animated Series is streaming on Max.
My dog.
And available on DVD and Blu-ray.
My other dog. Hey, I was chatting with Kimmy today, and we're
renaming Kiba Bitly.
Was it Bit?
It was Bitly.
Neither of us can remember.
Yeah. Because if you want to follow along, you can head over to bit.ly/watchdcau. That's the link is down below.
Wow.
I got a Starbucks. Okay.
Oh, you got boba. Boba bucks. Are you
they have that now.
Go
apparently.
ahead and spill that all over the soundboard, rendering it useless.
All right. Oh my God. This is a spoiler for the listener, but the next video we're doing is about the Sega CD Let's Do video game.
Yeah.
And I had never actually played it myself. So I got a Sega USB controller. I got the game emulated, and I played it. And I got to the very end where Clayface's helicopter blows up and he's falling in the water. And mid-scream, so Clayface is on fire, falling into the water, screaming, and the game just and there's just footage of me going, oh no, stop, or whatever, while I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and then I had to Control-Alt-Delete everything and restart the game, and then use a cheat code to skip every single level to get to that cutscene again.
Oh yeah, no! So. You know that people are going to think that you did that for entertainment purposes, but the listener knows that this is sincere.
Yeah, who knows how much of that'll actually make it into the video.
When are we going to do this together? When are we going to do a thing?
Playing video games?
I got a gaming computer now. Thank you, Cooper, who doesn't listen to this podcast.
I do see you on Discord, he's currently playing this game, and I'll be like, damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know he could do that.
I got 2. Actually, I got 3 now. I didn't know he knew
how the computers worked, the old man.
I got the Borderlands Tiny Tina Wonderlands. I got Diablo 4, and I got Portal 2.
Oh, Portal. Jessica and I have been trying to replay Portal 2.
What if
I don't think you can do
us
Portal
playing
2.
it with our missi? How do you pluralize missuses?
Mice.
Mice. Instead of us playing with our mice, what if we just played it together with our pants off?
Yeah, screw women. Today we're watching Warrior Queen. Your prediction last time was that this was going to be a Xena type character who Superman gets blasted to her planet and of Amazons.
Yeah.
And I helped you get there a little bit, and it was pretty close. Yeah, you have a present.
I need your help to remember this.
To open on the episode, beware the sea space. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Mike. Oh, tip to preak it?
Yeah, tip to preak it.
Yeah, you got a little ways till we get there. But
okay, maybe I should put it in a closet.
It's not this one. Although I have a little stack building of presents for you in the corner here.
No.
It's a total, the stack is a total of like this big, so just calm down.
That's too many
things. This first aired Saturday, November 22nd.
4 million pieces of sand.
1997. What? 4 million what?
Pieces of sand that would fit in a space that big?
That's true. If everyone could just imagine, you wouldn't have seen what I did, but if you can imagine 4 million pieces of sand,
just
like, I got it.
Put your hand out and imagine 4 million, it's that size.
I think 4 million pieces of sand wouldn't even fill your palm. Do you think?
I think it would.
Okay. This aired 1 week after last episode, You Scratched My Back, 8:30 a.m. Kids WB. As aired number 37, produced number 36.
Ooh, so close.
So close.
Almost had to pop the champagne.
That's water.
That's water.
All right. This was written by Hillary J. Bader. Like Brian choke on his water. Previously wrote A Little Piece of Home, My Girl, Target, Action Figures, Double Dose, Cold Comfort, Prototype, You Scratch My Back, and co-wrote The Hand of Fate with Stan Berkowitz. Always got to tack that on there. Directed by Kurt Gaeta. Previously directed Lasok Part 2, Feeding Time, Stolen Memories, Tools of the Trade, Livewire, Identity Crisis, Target, Monkey Fun, Brave New Metropolis, Prototype, and Heavy Metal. Music is by Christopher Carter. You don't get to say anything yet.
Previously music is by Christopher Carter. Got it.
Oh my God. Previously composed Lockup, Catwalk, Fun and Games, A Little Piece of Home, Tools of the Trade, Buffed Part 1, Identity Crisis, Solar Power, and The Late Mr. Kent. And animation is by Coco/Dong Yang.
Okay.
Previously animated 42 episodes of BTAS, as well as 15 episodes of STAS and 4 episodes of timm.
Okay.
I like how now we had, I'm sure we've talked about this already, but we had such a long chunk at the end of BTAS of Dong Yang episodes and being like, oh, thank goodness we got the good one. And now we're just like, every time when I say that to you, I feel like we both go like, all right, well, it's going to be fine. Like
the thing is, our perception, I feel, has shifted. We had this like
we're treated too well now.
we had the like Peace Azul, we had the like ACOM, these things that we were like scared of. And then it was like you said, with the breath of fresh air. At least we get Dong Yang. Yeah. And now we have the like, that's baseline. Hands in the air.
It's just
wave them around like you don't care.
Yeah. And if there's something good like Colt, You Scratched My Back like a cult, like last time with the Catwoman episode. The listener knows why I Freudian slipped that, but Brian doesn't.
Is this episode about cults?
No, this isn't. Anyway, this episode we're about to watch is not. Don't make me explain more things to you. The Catwoman episode was Coco Dong Yang, but it was like surprisingly good / maybe somebody else secretly. So this one's also Coco Dong Yang. You never know what's going to happen. But if you want to head over to the link in the description and send us a Yoppie beverage to support the show, we'll give you a shout out in an upcoming episode and do a push up for every $1.
Just gonna yell your name.
So send us coffee for our really tired arms today and your entertainment, because today's Yoppie Bevs come to us from Justin, who bought 20 Yoppie Bevs. Oh no. And this is what we're doing, I guess. Unless you want to postpone this to a different podcast episode.
Oh, well, so Full transparency, I've already done 40 push-ups today, and that was like
Brian.
an hour. Or, no, it's probably
and you have
like 3
to do
hours
100
ago.
more.
I've been editing a wedding that I photographed, and you just kind of like hunch over a computer for so long, and you gotta,
I sure do that all day.
So like push up, like put the dogs out, and I was just like, 30 was too easy. I'm gonna do another 10.
Who?
So now we got to do 100.
So, okay, Justin, listen, we love you so much. Thank you so much for all of the Yoppie Bevs. It says, loving the pod, wanted to send some yop to y'all from Alabama, and a big old smiley face. But I want to do these in person. Okay. I feel like that's better because we have to pause like every little chunk of the podcast and do 10 more push-ups, I think is what we decided before off screen. Yeah. So off ear. If that's okay with you, Justin, please let us do this. If it's fine, say nothing. Oh shit! I think I heard him say something. Actually,
oh, did he? Shit.
he totally did. Yeah, we'll do that soon though, because
we're doing less than a month. We'll be doing the in-person stuff.
Yeah. And then that's our final coffee on here. So if Dylan and Vitz and Kyle could send us more money, please, like that. I'm just kidding. Somebody else send us coffee besides those people I just said. That would be wonderful.
If you haven't done the thing yet,
or don't, but
go ahead and just do that. And that's awesome.
It is awesome.
Because honestly, we would do this for free, and we have
for a long time.
We don't have enough listeners to like get ads on or something. I don't quite know how that works.
We do. We could put them, but I prefer not putting them because people have said they like that there aren't any. And
okay.
I agree.
That's I agree too. So
and I'm saying that now, and I'll be hypocritical in a year from now when there's like 6 ads in every podcast episode. But.
So how about this? If you want to, or now I'm just gonna like make everybody feel bad. If you want to keep this ad free, your version of ads is us doing push-ups and yelling things. Like so that's our current one. If you want to keep it going that way, send us at least $1,000.
We advertise buymeacoffee.com.
Yeah.
So that you can get it and do it. Okay.
So we'll just until we get ads, we're just going to keep thanking Justin. And then we'll do that massive batch when we're in person together.
Yeah, we'll just say thank you, Justin, every episode. We have to remember to do that, regardless of anything, if he's even done anything. So,
and I'm so close to finishing my book, and that comic, the Mr. Freeze comic you got me, is next in line. So I'll be reading that real soon.
How do you know that's what I got you?
What?
What Mr. Freeze comic I got you?
No, Justin.
Oh.
Wait, did you
erase what I just said? What was it? Show me so I can see if I got you the same fucking thing.
First off, Jamie, what the fuck?
Would I witness you receiving this and I just forgot? God damn it, that's what I fucking got you.
Return that
shit.
The
one bad day, Mr. Freeze. I'll just keep it for me. I'll read it. I bought it for myself. Fuck you. I didn't even want to give it to you.
I appreciate that. I would prefer you to. It looks so pretty.
It is. It's
and
good.
I think it's probably going to be like a one-day read, but it looks really good.
Cool.
Anyway,
let's watch Superman.
Let's go watch some Superman. Let's soup the man.
Okay, I'm excited. Bye.
Bye. I love you.
I thank you, Justin.
I love you, Jamie. I love you too, Justin. I love you guys too. I didn't stop recording though, so this you can just leave this, and people will guess. Like they can fill in. Listener, this is where you fill in you're Jamie now, and you talk to me. Okay, so what do you want to go do? Yeah, that would be fun. Okay. Should we do that now, or do you want to do it in a little bit? Okay.
You've just broken the hearts of about 1 million hopeful single women. But seriously, as Superman's wife...
Not his wife. His betrothed. His destined mate. If he proves himself worthy.
Really? And how's he supposed to do that?
Why, in battle, of course. So where is he? I want him. him, and I want him now! I'm waiting! Huh? Superman. Yow!
And you are?
Later for that. Almanac awaits us. You need only prove yourself and...
Listen, I'm afraid you've got the wrong idea. I'm flattered you've taken a shine to me, but my home is here, on Earth.
Are you refusing the royal throne of Almanac? Are you refusing me?
Well, yes.
Uno, dos, cuatro. That's not how you count.
Uno dos cuatro. That's what Donkey says in Shrek 2.
What the fuck?
So that's what you were quoting, I think.
That's cool. I did that on purpose.
A fucking lot happens in this episode, so give it your best shot.
If you're wondering, Synyop, what you just watched, Synyop, take a listen to the synopsis. The short summary, which is sometimes kind of long.
Where to begin?
Okay, so Lady Maxima from Planet Almanac is
It's Almanac.
she's all horned up.
She do be
And she needs a man.
something fierce, yeah.
And she's
that Who Framed Roger Rabbit Amaya character just the whole episode.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so she needs a man, and not just any man, but a man that can
Is super.
she needs a man that can beat her physically.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm a little uncomfortable with that, but I'm gonna keep going. And it turns out that none of the lawyers or whatever she said are like they're not good enough.
The
And
lawyers? What?
She said something about like I don't know.
My lawyers will hear from you. I mean, what?
Yeah, so she needs a
Why are you so confused?
she just needs a strong man, Jamie, and
The Boulder doesn't understand. They're having a duel in the Boulder place, basically. Yeah.
yeah. So
Stadium.
she needs a strong man. She needs a man, like a man. She's not. This isn't.
Yeah.
So she somehow sees Superman. Oh, that's right. She's in a bath, being pampered by ladies.
How she was seeing this. Yeah, it's on like a big like magic mirror TV thing.
Yeah, there's like
And
mirror
yeah.
on the wall, but like it kind of looked like they were just like coming in like to her
Like
compound
the
or something.
police and the Lexoskill whatever were just
yeah.
stomping in. Yeah.
Yep. But it's not. It's just video-ish, magic mirror video of Superman beating up a robot, the Lexo suit thing. And she's like, oh, that dude, that's totally my type right there. Let's go abduct him. And so she like portals into Metropolis and like fighty Superman. And he's like strong. And she's like, oh my God. Oh, thank Christ. I've just
Can
really
you make
been
those
needing
sounds
to get
more? Yeah.
beat up by a man. Oh,
Yow.
yowza.
Yop, she said.
And then he's like, "Nah, lady, I'm not coming with you." And she's like, "Laser blast!" And then Superman's
Yes,
knocked
you are.
out, and she drags him back through the portal and is like, "Now you're my bitch." And then she's
Not
like,
after she jellifies a punk rock man's brain by spinning him a million miles
That's
an
right.
hour.
She gets into Metropolis and there's 4 punks, and then she beats up 3 of the punks with one of the punks, and then she spins the punk faster than a human body could tolerate. How does she dispose of the guy with the Liberty spikes?
I think he just faints or whatever.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a brain anymore. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
and then
dead.
she beats up Superman and drags him through the portal. And then she bounces his head up a bunch of stairs. There's just so much. Like most episodes, we can kind of like gloss over stuff, but this is just like one ridiculous thing after another. So I gotta like say all of it.
Yeah. Oh, and while they were fighting, there was the old man and woman giving commentary.
Yeah, this old lady is giving play-by-play to her husband who's just hiding behind a newspaper. And it's like, there's a lady and a man fighting. And now she's restrained with some eye
Now
beams.
they're having sex in the street. I thought he would make some comment about that, like, because he thinks she's watching a neighbor. They're fighting, and now he's tying her up. I thought he would make some kind of like, what people do in their time is not our business or something.
Yeah.
But he just said nothing on that one. Who knows?
Yep. No.
Maybe it's too much for kids WB, I guess.
Yes.
Even though most of this episode they got away with anyway.
Yeah. She portals back,
Yeah.
smashes Superman's head off like 30 damn stairs. And then she's like, I your queen, Lady Maxim Magazine have come back to roost. And they're like, nope, double-crossed you. Now we're the queen. The lawyer at the beginning that she beat up says.
The lawyer? Why do you call him that?
They said something at the beginning of the episode that sounded like, it sounded.
I'm gonna have to like figure out what the fuck you heard while you're doing that.
Yeah, it's when she was saying like, she's like, oh, aren't there any like lawyers strong enough for?
I think she said warriors.
Yeah, lawyers.
This episode is called Lawyer Queen, after all.
So
Queen of all lawyers.
So, like-
you just spent the entire episode, not really, but you spent the entire episode thinking that
when
that
are
guy
they going
was
to
just a
practice
really
law?
Yeah, I was promised a lawyer queen, and I have no idea what's going on. What's this tentacle monster tongue beast thing?
Oh yeah, so we're getting to that. So the lawyer number one is like, haha, double-crossed you with my like queenie in command here. And then she's like, yeah, we double-crossed you. And he's like, actually, triple-cross. And the lady weird
It's like
queen,
last episode. We don't know who Catwoman's side, who's on
right?
what
They're
side.
just all these crisscrosses. And she's like, wait, what the fuck? And he's like, I'm gonna smooch you and then like send you to your death in this prison with a big tentacle monster. And so he like kapoofs them to the tentacle monster place. And this thing you just see these orange things coming out of everywhere.
Yeah.
There's this huge prison, like underground tunnel thing. And there's just these like orange tongues coming out of everywhere and impossible.
Yeah.
And then Superman's like, how big is this fucking thing? And they're running through this purple tunnel with the crate.
Yeah.
Anyway, how big is this fucking thing? And she's like, it's really big. And then it pops up, and its tongue is 1/100th the size of the tentacles that were chasing them through the tunnels. I am confused.
It can shoot them out further than that, but chooses not to this time. I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway,
the physics of the carnarite tongue were a little bit wonky.
Yeah. So the carnivore tongue is, I mean, it's big, but it's not actually. I mean, it's big. It's just not that big.
She says it's big. When he asks how big it is, she says big.
Like if you
It's
or I
helpful-
saw this,
helpful information.
if we saw this on the street, we would be like, wow, that's huge. But compared to the tongue size before, it's deceptively small.
And I guess it at least worked that you assumed they were, arms, tentacles, whatever.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, that's its mouth.
That's my favorite part.
It's the SpongeBob thing. That's not the worm. That's its tongue or whatever.
Oh, yeah. So it's that. It's a SpongeBob tongue worm.
It was big, hairy, and pink.
So then let's see.
What happened?
I fucking, man, I don't know. They fight the monster. They beat the monster. People get glowing white eyes.
Yeah.
They escape. Superman goes Tasmanian Devil drill mode. Hard cut to a belly dancer also going drill mode. It's,
The best shot
spoiler.
in the whole episode.
It's not Superman in a bikini. It's someone else, and everyone
It's
was
some
confused.
lady. Yeah.
And then she's like, "Guess what? I'm queen again." And they're like, "Oh no!" And then there's a fight, and then she's like, "Guess what? I'm actually queen again." And now, lawyer, you go to jail. And
She trips a lawyer with an axe, throws an axe at a lawyer, and instead of it lodging in his back like it probably would in any other show, it
lodges
just hits
in
the
the
ground and
ground.
he whoop, Pratt falls over the top of it. Yeah.
yep. And then she's almost glossed over the best part.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Well, Superman, you want to fuck?" And he's like, probably, but I kind of want to get home. And she's like, okay, I unbequeath thee, or whatever she said.
I unlawyer you.
I unlawyer you, Superman. And then he's like, you know what my mom said? If you go to enough bars, you'll find someone to fuck.
Take home with you that night. That's what old Martha Kent used to tell me.
Look, Clark, if you ever need a good boning, what you need to do is just go to any dive bar and just start buying drinks for anything with a pulse.
Just say, is anyone here a lawyer? And they'll show up. They'll come right to you.
Okay, so Queen,
he tells that
lady,
to Maxima, that whole thing.
Yeah, Lady Maxim is like, okay, get out of here, go back to your world. And then as soon as he's through a portal, fucking Lobo comes crashing through the ceiling.
Hell yeah.
And he's like, I'm here and I'm ready to fuck. And and she she turns into a puddle. She's real
I like
happy.
imagining that post this episode, he's just king of Almanac now. Lobo. So why would he refuse?
He's the lawyer with so many almanacs. It's great.
He sure is. Lobo becomes a lawyer is the next Lobo episode. Greatest lawyer who ever lived. Okay, the official synopsis. Maxima, Queen of Almanac, chases Superman as a potential mate. She takes the Man of Steel up to her planet. I guess it's up. Where as she prepares to marry him, Superman educates Maxima that a mate isn't something to take, but a person who is won over and loved.
That is not the episode we watched, no.
I mean, yeah, that
I give that a
much
D.
much more wholesome and like makes any sense. Yeah.
That's the first sentence of the episode and a sentence Superman said towards the end of the episode. that's what
true,
that
yeah.
is.
He was trying throughout to be like, don't murder someone. And she's like, okay.
Lobo.
But yeah, he doesn't say anything about that. Yeah. I feel like, do we think Lobo could take Maxima in lawyer combat? Like
I think so, because he's a dirty
Yeah.
fighter like her.
That's true. I like at the beginning we're like made to assume, like made to see that like, oh, Maxima, greatest lawyer in the universe, and I'm just gonna keep saying that. But she like almost loses to Decene or whatever his name is, and
lawyer number
he's
one.
just like, yeah, he's lawyer number one, and he's just like, dang it, like you bested me, and not, it was like she barely did. So like, I feel like she should have won that fight better, like had an easier time winning. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of like she's doing the very nonchalant like Neo once he becomes the chosen one is just like waving everybody off with one hand.
Yeah, but then I guess he wouldn't have been like much of a threat. But he didn't take over while she was there, and also how did he take over at all? He just said like, psst, everybody, Maxim magazine is not here right now. I'm going to sit on the chair and everybody be cool with that, okay? And all the 20 copies of the same guy went, yep, okay.
I mean, that's the thing. If they're exact clones, you only have to convince one.
Yeah. You just have to convince Jango Fett and the rest will follow. all the same.
Jango Fett or lawyer number 2 through 20.
Hey, lawyer with jetpack. Yeah, I don't know. This episode is something else. It's never on my like rewatch list of like I just skip this if I'm binging it or whatever. But it has such strange isms to it. Like the first half of the episode where she's on Earth is like a Looney Tunes Freakazoid episode or something. There's just all sorts of weird bonkers comedy going on, and like everything's played like a joke. And then you go back to her planet and it's like a He-Man Star Trek or like original series type of like weird, like it's suddenly much more serious and more like everything's fucking weird, but you have to buy into this right now. Like this is what's happening. And it's like, wait, but I just watched her hit Ratso with a man that was spinning at 1,000 miles an hour and it should be dead, like Jelly Brain. And there was a woman giving commentary on it from her window the whole time. What am I supposed to feel here? I don't know.
I think the thing for me, by the end of this, I'm like, okay, this rate's pretty high because of the obscenity of it all. It's insane.
Sure.
Just, lawyers everywhere.
Lawyers and tongues and ratsos.
Lawyers, it's lawyers all the way down.
We can't keep copying. Last time we did Goth White from the nose down, and that was like Killer Croc from the neck down was another episode. Somehow we've made it 120 something, and we're like barely starting to copy the phrases. But yeah, I don't know, something with lawyers though has got to be it.
Something with lawyers, I don't know. There you go.
Yeah, okay, that works.
The thing for me though, and my real
So confusing. Keep we go. Sorry.
The thing for me that kind of sucks is this girl is as if not more annoying than Veruca Salt from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for most of the episode. She just, I want this, I want that, I get everything my way. That's what you kept
quoting. Okay.
Yeah. And I just wanted her to break into that. I want today, I want tomorrow, I want to lock it all up in my pocket. It's my bar of chocolate. Give it to me now. Like
I want Superman in my pants.
Yeah, exactly.
I want a lawyer.
Bang
the
me
best
today.
Lawyer.
Bang me tomorrow.
Lobo. Yeah.
And Lobo was Charlie. I don't know.
No, I agree. I think she was very. I don't think she was annoying to me in the way it was weird. I kept comparing her to Mala of Jaxur and Mala in that she's just like, oh, strong alien woman who's like, Superman will fuck me. And then Superman's like, I don't think so. We never agreed to this. Why are you saying this publicly? Like there was a lot of parallels with that. But I mean, obviously Maxima is different because she's meant to be like a hero or like a protagonist, but it's still just a strange thing to do again. I think that's basically what her comic character is, but I'm so unfamiliar with this character at all. Like if I even told you this was an original character, I'm sure you'd believe me because it's just like, who's Maxima?
She's
I don't know.
Way off the rails in every conceivable fashion, including her fashion.
Yeah. Well, I kind of liked that about I guess it's sort of a Keen effect thing, but I liked the design of her like world and its garb. Various armor and clothing that everybody was wearing was like a unique style. Like it's not just, the dark side guys just have like diagonal crooked craggly lines all everywhere. And then these guys had like almost Art Deco-y, like like kind of I don't know what the hell this shape is.
It's a broken it's like a trapezoid.
It's two diagonal L's that are facing each other. I don't know. But it like just where like it's pointy stuff in a sort of He-Man-y way. I don't know. Maybe that's why it reminded me of what.
He-Man and Art Deco and lawyers. Oh my.
I think I prefer something with lawyers, I don't know, or whatever.
Yeah, me too. But I'm just throwing stuff out now. This episode is wow. Just wow.
It's yow, like Maxima said.
It's like wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do like your prediction before about Xena comes to Earth looking for Superman, and I was like, nope, he actually goes to her planet. It's both. I just forgot that she came to Earth also.
Yeah, because so I'd like some more points for that, please. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, I'll retroactively. I think why that fucked up for me was that I consistently think that scene where she's beating up the punk guys on the dock or whatever, I consistently think that scene is in the first.
All the punks by the dock.
I always think that's in the first Parasite episode because it's the exact same location where he goes when he first becomes Parasite to find the guy whose truck he was standing in, and Superman's like, hey, Rudy, don't. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Superman. I'm just so fucked up now. Can you help me? And then they fight. And it's the same exact place, I'm pretty sure. And I always think that Parasite beat up that punk guy and spun him around a bunch, and it doesn't happen. It's in this one.
Guess what? Now you know, and you'll never forget.
No, I will immediately.
Oh, no. Just write yourself a note on the wall. It was Maxima.
Green-haired punk guy is Australian, is what those four guys, I'm pretty sure. So the punk-looking guy we had talked about, he had walked past Superman in the background in some episode holding a giant boombox on his shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
And we had made comment of like, oh, yeah, that guy will be back. He'll still be back more.
Awesome.
Then there was Ratso. I'm pretty sure that was literally Ratso from the ventriloquist episode, just in different clothes. The long brown hair glasses guy, I think, is the same character model as in Baby Doll, the brother that she kidnaps and brings to the family table.
You're starting to lose me.
Remember? Okay, in
I remember Baby Doll.
Yeah,
I remember
all the family members that she like kidnaps from the TV the old TV show. He's like the brother in that show.
Was that
I
Seth
think.
Green or something like that?
No, it was somebody though. It was a recognizable actor, I think. But anyway, I think that's his character. And then the fourth one I didn't recognize, but I was just like, why like use all these guys that have been in stuff already?
You should have just used 4 clones of one guy.
Yeah, just like the rest of the episode. They're all just wearing the same little toque.
Yeah.
Beanie.
Good job, Jamie.
And stuff as Ratso. They're all just Ratso.
Kyle
4
would be
Ratsos.
so proud of you for saying toque.
I know. He will be when he hears that. He'll say like, oh man, that sucks that he said that wrong.
You said it right.
I mean,
you did great, man.
I stumbled a little bit, I feel like.
No, you can edit it perfectly too, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Toque. I'll just put that one there instead.
Like a Google pronunciation.
Yeah. Takwe. Cast of this episode.
Yeah.
Tim Daly as Superman / Clark Kent. He was Clark Kent in the Daily Planet for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon Lawrence as Maxima. She's most known as Sylvia Costas on 103 episodes of NYPD Blue. I don't know that.
Cool.
She played Amelia Earhart in one episode of Star Trek Voyager, which I assume is on the holodeck or something, because I don't know why that would be there. She's had bit parts in Cheers, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Law & Order, Grey's Anatomy, Monk, American Dad, and Criminal Minds, among others. And then I wrote down she was also a character named Doreen in one episode of Community, which was Pierce's sex worker girlfriend that accompanies him to the STD fair.
Yes. Oh.
In the first season.
She's great in that episode.
Yeah. So she's Maxima, I guess.
Oh man, I'm so glad I just recently bought Community on DVD.
Yeah, I knew you'd been rewatching it, so I was like, maybe he'll actually remember this character without having to Google her.
I sure do. I couldn't draw her face, but I can roughly piece her together.
She's there. Yeah. We got Miguel Ferrer as Decine, the lawyer number 1. He was previously Weather Wizard in Speed Demons.
Okay.
He was back. And he'll be back as one more major character later. Lauren Tom as Angela Chen. Shannon Kenny as Seizu, whatever her name was. Jafar lady that betrayed her. Previously female terrorist in World's Finest Part 1. She was on Air Force One at the start when Superman flips a plane over and saves Lois Lane.
Sick.
She was there. Renee Taylor as Lucille, the old woman in the window. This is her only DCAU acting credit. She was Sylvia Fine, Fran's mom on The Nanny, was her like big thing. She plays Grandma Gloria in Bob's Burgers in a few episodes, which I think the mom's mom. And I wrote down she was in one episode of Lois and Clark, weirdly, as a character named Rowena Johnson.
Rowena.
And then we have Jack Carter as Harry, who's the man with the newspaper in front of his face. He was Rat Vendor in History of the World Part 1. He plays a character named Old Gus in Parks and Rec. Are you Parks and Rec familiar?
I actually, when I bought Community, I also bought Parks and Rec because I started to watch it, and then Hulu back in the day was like, screw you, Brian, we're taking this off in a week. And I was like, I can't do it.
Oh, yeah.
So I've never actually... I'm
Made
probably a
through,
few seasons in. I'm not sure, and that was pre-pandemic, so I need to rewatch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Old Gus, Parks and Rec. He is the original shoe shiner that Chris Pratt's character takes over from.
Okay, I do remember.
He's in there for like a total of like 10 seconds, and I'm going to butcher it, but it's like he can finally retire or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I never understood why people have been calling me Old Gus. They've been calling me that since I was 20 years old or whatever. And he just leaves. This is his entire role. He also played a character named Wilbur Cobb in several episodes of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Who was a very gross old man that would always do weird shit. Yeah.
Yeah. He's the one that whistles to them in the bathtub.
I'm sure he does.
I don't know if you remember that episode.
When I Googled his character to remind myself, I recognized his face and stuff, but almost every picture had him holding a giant seashell to the side of his head, and I have no idea what that's about.
Doesn't he have like a chicken leg on his head or something?
He has like 5 different looks, like he's always some different character or something. He was in this guy was also in a different episode of Lois and Clark as a character named Murray Brown. And he was in 2 episodes of Murray Brown from Lois and Clark. And he was in 2 episodes of the Adam West Batman show as Hot Rod Harry.
Old Hot Rod Harry.
A memorable character. He was also Checky Borscht in Duckman Private Dick.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael David Donovan as male announcer.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say anatomy, probably because of how horny this
Male
episode
anatomy.
is.
He played Superman's penis like a flute. Who was male announcer? Where was there an announcer in this? I don't know.
In the newsroom?
Maybe. He was previously male anchor in Heavy Metal, a guy who didn't know he was on TV, and Gunrunner #3 in You Scratch My Back. He was just hanging around still, I guess.
Good for him.
Last couple are Frank Welker as Carnarite, who is credited as Camerite. So the R and the N made an M for whatever reason.
Love that.
Previously Isis, Catwoman's cat. Werewolf effects in Moon of the Wolf. Thug in Demon's Quest. Serpent in Main Man. Creature in Promethean. Evil creatures in Mixius Pixelated. Titano in Monkey Fun. And Doorman and Crypto in Bizarro's World.
Can you just imagine going out on a date and being like, so what do you do for work? Oh, actually, I'm in voice acting. Oh, where have I heard you?
Where would I know you from?
Well, I played a cat in this episode. I had werewolf sound effects in this one. I played slime.
Are you familiar with
monster?
werewolf effects? I like how they couldn't credit him as just werewolf in that. Like, why does he have to be werewolf effects?
You know goddamn good reason why. That's not English.
No. And Brad Garrett as Lobo is the last one.
Fucking hell.
Lobo. Yeah, I said it as it happened, but I was like waiting the entire episode for your reaction to Lobo show. As soon as he burst through and you recognize his bike, and you just went, "Oh, Lobo!" Like, yeah. It was worth it. It was worth the whole episode to get to that part.
This episode was just getting more and more and more insane, and they started to like calm down at the very end. They're like, "Guys, we got to bring this back up to a 10."
No.
Lobo through the ceiling.
Lobo walks in. All right, how many lawyers do I have to frag to get? And then she's ooh. She gets all wet again. Here are the trivs for this episode. The recording that Maximo watches about Superman features footage of his fight against John Corbin in the Lexo Scale Suit 5000 from The Last Son of Krypton Part 3. I wasn't sure, so I didn't write this down, but watching it back, I'm like 99% sure that's just literally clips from that episode and not redrawn or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Which I found interesting because in Second Chance, the final Two-Face BTAS episode.
Yeah. They reanimated stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
They redid the whole Harvey No thing like from the ground up, like they just did it again.
Yeah.
But in this, they're just like, screw it. Just, and I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that that was the same animation studio that did that episode as this one. So maybe that there's some sort of, I don't know, ask the lawyers. The lawyers will tell us what they can and can't do. The way Maxima recites her title, Warrior Queen, head of the royal house, leader of all Almerac, is reminiscent of Luoxana Troy from Star Trek The Next Generation, daughter of the fifth house, holder of the sacred chalice of Rix, heir to the holy rings of Bataz. I'm not going to fucking read this. A character Hilary J. Bader wrote for in 2 Star Trek episodes. Both characters are aggressive in their search for a suitable mate. I don't know if that was just coincidence or if they purposely put her on this episode or what.
Just saying, listener, if you're currently like in the market for a mate, do not take advice from this episode, please.
For multiple reasons, yeah. Don't take advice from Decene. Don't take advice from Maxim Magazine. This episode was included as an Alan Burnett's Top Picks bonus cartoon on the Blu-ray release of a 2013 animated Superman movie. Superman versus the Elite is the title. It means nothing to you.
I want to talk.
Have a conversation. Yeah. Like of all the, I mean, I don't remember how many are on there. I would guess maybe 3 or 5 or something like that. But to choose like the best Superman episodes, I don't know. I guess it's kind of fun, but it's not like oh yeah, my favorite or whatever.
Yeah.
In original production art from this episode during Maxima's bath scene, which you you just immediately went, huh? Like you had a giant what kind of face when it happened when she's just in a bath with bubbles like barely covering anything.
She's all like bubbled up and fondling herself with these like 6 ladies around her like doing shit. Yeah. And it's just like, oh wow, they're really like going for it. And then like
it just sets you up for the rest of the episode.
And then some chick is dressed like a mummy. That's interesting.
Yeah. I thought you were saying that Maxima was dressed like a mummy.
No, the one dressed like a mummy was
the green lady.
Nope, there was a chick that was in like she looked like she was wrapped in ace bandages.
Oh, I didn't notice at all.
She was on the left-hand side of the screen.
Okay, I believe you. In that scene, in the production art, a bikini-clad woman with 4 arms stands above the group. Her purpose is unclear, and she is absent from the final episode. I don't know what she would have been there to do, but I can take a guess. On Twitter in November 2022, composer Christopher Carter said of his music in this episode, I learned 3 of the best French horn players in LA were on the recording session, so I needed to write a horn-focused theme for Maxima. Her fanfare plays throughout the score. Wow. I didn't notice it. I'm sorry.
I feel like...
I'm sure it was cool, but...
Music in modern films and even cartoons is a little more... forward. Like this is always so crushed. Like it's kind of
in the mix of everything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, especially when there's all this like very bombastic action music happening during the Carnarite scenes, and it's just a bunch of and boulders crashing everywhere, and all this stuff, and you can't hear like any of it. Yeah,
just the boulder. Several copies of him are falling down from the ceiling.
Do you need some help against the Carnarite? And then he gets murdered.
I'm a lawyer.
Don't worry, the boulder has passed the bar. That's his degree. Now this is one that I added, including the last one about the music I added too. But I had remembered a couple of years ago the 3. So Lolita Romanis, Michael McQuistion, Christopher Carter are like a composing team that have been doing stuff since these shows together for a while. Mm-hmm. And they did like a Zoom presentation thing where like 100-ish people, we were in there like watching this presentation, and they were hosting it, and they were just discussing a couple of recent movies they had scored together and stuff like that. But then randomly Christopher Carter just dropped a like brand new piece of trivia about this episode about Warrior Queen, and I was just like, oh, what the fuck? And I had to scrub through this like 2-hour Zoom call because I had screen recorded the whole thing, and to find this little like 2-sentence thing. But he had been talking about how the Superman theme song is purposely written so you can sing Superman to it. Mm-hmm. And someone had asked if he ever wrote something else with like purposeful lyrics or whatever. And he says, it's something I will personally do way too much, and most people don't get to hear it. It's just kind of ways that I'll motivate myself to get something on the paper that makes sense in the time that I have to create something. There was an animated Superman episode where there's this terrible monster called the Carnarite, and my melody for him was essentially the words, I am the Carnarite, you must fear me. And that's the first time I've ever admitted that. Whoa. So I was listening for it this time, and I think it's I am the Cartwright. It was like going on the whole time. You must fear me. So I thought that was really fun, but that was
awesome.
Covered up by so much shit, so you can barely hear it.
Less awesome.
The funnier part of that also was that I knew the music that plays right after that little phrase. They're running down the purple hallway, and I was singing the music to, it was, it just keeps going like that. And when I listened back to get this piece of trivia, I was singing it along with the episode going like, why the fuck do I know this? Like, I don't know this episode. It doesn't make any sense. And I realized I will get to it a long time from now, but there's a Justice League episode that just reuses the music from this entire scene. Including the I am the Carnarite, you must fear me part. It has nothing to do with what's going on.
My God.
So I hope I can remember that when we get to that episode.
You're going to be like the Carnarite and we'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
Jamie, that was 40 years ago.
Hopefully I'll have said it enough, but maybe not.
Wow.
But the last triv I've got is when Superman electrocutes the Carnarite, the ensuing explosion is reused footage from a scene of My Girl when Mr. Elon blows a vat of hot lead off its support. So there you go.
Wow. That's the best.
Yeah, I know. I'm putting him last now. It's the Duckman private dick of trivs, I think.
It very much is.
Keen effects.
Portals, glowing eyeballs, Carnarite's electroshock thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, I guess that whole moment where he touches its tongue to the thing, it was very blasty zappy. It even has some My Girl explosions in there.
Superman's I double dog dare you to put your tongue on that.
What are you, tongue tied? He said. This is applause for my joke. I liked her question mark superpowers of turning an object into a different object that was never explained. But the effect was that tinfoil sparkly stuff that was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was that?
I think it was the bracelet. The bracelet has all the power. She doesn't have superpowers.
No, he took the bracelet and then she turned a stick into a sword. A stalagmite into a sword.
True. I guess my question is, she can't fly.
Mm-hmm.
How, when Superman is flying away with her, she judo flips him.
Yeah. Metallo did the same thing to Steel a couple episodes ago. If we forgot to talk about it on the podcast, where he just leans himself forward and the entire propulsion of wherever they were going just reverses. And she basically did the same thing where she just goes no, and just leans. And then he goes, whoop, I'm flying this way now, I guess. There's no reason that should work.
Slams him. Anyway.
I don't understand how her powers work because they don't explain it at all. It's just fine. I should be able to just visually interpret what they are. But she's wearing her Maxima normal outfit in the opening fight scene with lawyer number one, and Maxima normal outfit. Lawyer number one and
normal outfit, lawyer number one.
And then she goes into the bathtub and she's naked. Yeah.
Mummy girl.
No, the lyrics are Superman. You can't sing anything else to that. It's against the law. But she turns her bathrobe towel thing into her normal costume again.
Yep. Yeah, she just blasts it. She says, new clothes.
I think I like imagining that she has a Doug closet of the same costume because she's turned a bunch of other shit into that same thing. She's whatever's on my body, it just, now it's my Maxima suit, including the cape and everything.
I thought for a moment that it was a Superman cape kind of deal. That was her baby blanket, and then she can transform it into whatever.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know.
Yeah, she does stuff. She does that same thing with other stuff. What was it?
Yeah.
She just sometimes she can turn it into a different object. Sometimes she just disappears it. Because the thing he wraps her up in metal pole, she just goes, finally someone that can fuck me. And then she goes, and it disappears into nothingness. And it's okay.
No explanation needed.
No, I expected she would use that in the final fight or whatever. Cool, she's going to touch that guy and turn him into mice or some shit. Women, wives.
Whammon.
But no, she doesn't do it at all. She doesn't do anything with that.
Isn't it great?
I like it. Superman's powers. Did he do anything new or weaknesses in this Carnarite tongue? Zappies. Oh, what did she call it? You called it a bug zapper. Ceiling light. I'm gonna add that. We haven't added anything in a while.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Bug zapper ceiling, and that's I don't know how better to describe that bug zapper ceiling. That's the description in Lawyer Queen. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he really did anything new. I did really like we passed Keen effects already, but I did really like that shot of Superman dreidling into the ceiling and then it cutting to woman dancing in a spinny fashion.
You liked it.
I did. I just thought it was like
an
a
interesting
neat
choice.
transition. I don't know. It's like, oh yeah, it's the same moment. It's the same inertia or whatever momentum of the thing is happening.
I guess so.
You didn't like it?
No, because you kind
I
of
hated
expect to
it.
see, like, you see Superman drilling into a ceiling, and then you see spinning arms, which you kind of presume would be him spinning out through the floor, but
You would
then it's a
presume that.
lady in a bikini.
It's a subversion. Oh, that's what I liked. Where's Clayface?
Ooh,
Bubble bath?
yeah.
Carnerites?
No, let's go with bubble bath.
How strong Superman 1 through 10?
That's tough. How strong Lady Maxim?
Well, yeah, I guess he bested her, but then she went like, "Oh yay!" and immediately knocked him out. And then, and then on fighting big tentacle tongue, he got eaten. He needed her to uneatify him.
I'm gonna go low. I
okay.
think I'm gonna give him 3 punks jelly brains out of 10.
Okay. I'll go. Oh God! What? There's so many things in this episode.
There really are. There's a million things to choose from.
I'll go with like 3.9. Where is his name in the credits? Harry's face. What does it look like out of 10? You don't get the newspaper guy.
Oh,
You know, it was like I thought I've been thinking that for the eventual. I've been saying that for a decade now, but the eventual Watchtower database website with everybody listed. It's like, oh, what do I do for the image for Harry? Do I just draw him holding a newspaper over his face? Because that's the only way we've ever seen him.
yeah, I like that idea.
Okay, cool.
He's bald, I'm bald, we're all bald. But who's the baddest bald of all? It's James and Brian's final call, the Balderarchy.
Now, I realized that we did not actually correctly do the heavy metal Balderarchy because I was just skipping over it for how mad I was at the episode being so bad. And I said Steel was the winner because he was bald, but Steel's not an antagonist. So I guess it's Metallo again, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because he can't grow hair. His hair is Metallo.
Wrap that up.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And then this one, Warrior Queen. Fucking hell, I guess it's the Carnarite.
Yeah.
Because everyone else presumably had hair. I mean, Decine had like a mustache goatee thing.
Yeah.
And Lobo was there, but he had lots of hair.
Lady Maxim is all about her hair. And there's a lot of hair. She's hair flipping and doing weird things with her hair. So, yeah.
Carnarite. Okay.
Carmax.
Carmen Sandiego. You know, I a few years ago we were making a joke on the or like in our like group chats aside from Watchtower database professional discussions where we were talking about like like I hate how we put all this work into some of these videos and like nobody watches them and like I bet we could just upload a like 30-second video called Batman Sucks, and the thumbnail is just Carmen Electra, and it would get more clicks than any of these things or whatever. And so we did that as an experiment, and the thumbnail is Carmen Electra. It didn't actually get more views than other things, luckily, but there were so many people asking who the fuck was it, the girl was in the thumbnail, and I realized that Carmen Electra is like old man millennial.
Yeah, that's
hot
older.
girl.
She's a little bit like almost beyond me, I think.
Yeah, I mean, she was already like pushing 40, I think.
Probably.
Like when I was in like middle school.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was already a stretch, but I was just like, you young folk, you don't know who fuck Carmen Sandiego or Carmen Electra is. You don't know who Carmen Sandiego. They probably don't even know that either. But anyway, you know how it goes.
I do.
But oh God, there's a button for this now.
Books or hip hop?
It's just so good.
Do hip hop, I guess. There's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, hip hop.
Okay. And the top 10, do you put it there?
We have to, right?
No, Superman's got a full 10.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. I was thinking Batman.
It was just so weird. I assumed it was Batman.
Oh, no.
What? You got Main Man Part 2 on your bottom. Are you wanting to put this there, though? Like, is it...
Honestly, Jamie, if it wasn't for how annoying she was, I think it would rank so high because it's a very entertaining episode.
It is really
but
entertaining.
But she's so annoying, so I don't know if I want to watch it again.
Yeah, I guess you get to choose. I'm not putting it on here, but
give me a no. I don't think I'm gonna because we only had a little bit of Lobo.
Give me a second, I need to get my lawyers straight. My lawyer's in the bathroom, getting Superman to be his mate. Oh boy!
Wow.
Thank you. Okay, so we're not putting it on the bottom 10.
No, no,
it was fun. Yeah.
It's very good in a very dumb way.
Mm-hmm. Well, then we do the mail now. Okay.
Oak.
Oh.
Yeah.
That yacht.
Wait, when it's over, I tell Brian the name of the next episode, and he tries to guess what it's about.
Wait.
That yacht. That one small extra yacht. Put it over.
We drop
What we drop?
our weekly yachts
Oh yeah, those.
into the comment box.
First,
There sure was a lot.
now Jamie's mad.
Too bad we're all
At least I am.
just Dylan Paula.
If you want to reach out to us like the fire hand at the end of World's Finest Part 3, you can send a punctuated email or a 60-second voice message to batwagonpod@gmail.com or leave a comment on today's episode on the Podtower YouTube channel, but please don't spoil anything past this episode for Brother Broderick. That's you.
That's me.
Did you do an and
I'm Brian?
Okay, there we go. It's like it's been a whole ass hour. I don't think you did it. Well, thank you. Thank you for making up for it. This is the comments and emails from last episode. You scratch my back or goth white from the nose down. Okay. This is from Super Beetle. Hello there, Jeff and Britta in the morning or afternoon. I don't know when we're doing more community jokes. I don't know when you record this. Thanks as always for a great podcast. I'm not the biggest fan of Warrior Queen or Karma's a Bitch, Isn't It, Superman? I'm sure it will be discussed that famous serial kisser Superman finally gets hit on by someone. It's always a little weird when a bit of boomer humor shows up in one of these cartoons. But did we Karmas need Gladys to give us a play-by-play? I don't know what the we Karmas part, if that's a typo or if I'm just too old to understand what the reference is. Anyhow, Lobo's cameo is my favorite part of the episode, as I'm sure it was for everyone else. Stay yoppin' awesome and have a groovy week. Thank you very much. You as well. Yeah. This is from Ashley Tutchin. The Catwoman redesign is my least favorite of all the redesigns. I have an irrational hatred of it. That's right. I hate it even more than lipless, beady-eyed Joker.
Wow.
All right. Nightwing / Dick Grayson's my favorite character in the DC universe, so it's great to see him introduced in the DCAU. Sure, you have to get through the prerequisite post-Robin edginess, but they did a damn sight better job at adapting him here than they did in the live-action Titans series. Yeah, it's a bad show. If you want to read a great Nightwing comic book series, I highly recommend the current run by Australia's own Tom Taylor. Oh, I didn't know he was Australian. That's cool. Which is right. Tom Taylor is Australian on the wall, which is currently wrapping up. It's phenomenal. It's consistently been my favorite comic series for the past few years. On the topic of shared universe acronyms, Sony's Spider-Man has one of the funniest history of names. At one point, I kid you not, they were officially calling it Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters, or SPUMC. Thankfully, they've since changed it.
Why would they change it from that?
Yeah, that's perfect. It's a pleasant surprise to learn you listen to the Weekly Planet, Jamie. Well, I used to. James, not you, Jamie, and Mason, those are the hosts, are among my nation's national treasures. Oh, and speaking of which, you're welcome for that bump in your Australian ratings. I think I deserve a commission for that. $1,000 per point increase sounds fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
Agreed.
Firebird 1080. I think this is a new one. I listen to the Weekly Planet too. It seems like their inside jokes are episode by episode basis, so keep listening to them if you want. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll jump in at some point in the future, but it's not now.
No, jump in now. Just start
jump
playing
in
it.
the Bat-Wagon. This is from Keen Machine. Heavy Metal, and YSMB. You scratch my back. Greetings, James and Brian. He said my name first. Oh boy, the Steel episode. Another one-time appearance of a character who is apparently also a superhero now. This episode is not great. I remember the first time I watched it and being pretty disappointed because I was excited to see Steel's debut in the DCAU. It's also disappointing this is our first non-white superhero character introduced in the DCAU, unless I'm totally overlooking someone by accident. And it's just lackluster. Oh well, there are much better things on that front on the Superman front to come. I guess we get to see some more of Metropolis in this episode, so that's fun. As for this week's episode, I'm here to say it once again, the new animation style is great. I love the Catwoman redesign. I love Nightwing's design, mullet and all, and I love the little plot twists here and there. Very fun episode. Keep it keen, Keen Machine. Keen's out for blood with the redesign.
No, I mean that's fair. It's fair. It's not always right, but it's fair.
I don't hate the Catwoman one. I was realizing last time we didn't talk at all about how like that's another one of those this is what they wanted the character to look like in BTAS. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
I know. I don't have that many problems with it. I have a big problem with Joker. And other than that, it's like, yeah, Catwoman, I think we said last time, is like she's more pointy, but it doesn't really like, and she doesn't have irises. It doesn't really change much for me. And I
still
think
like a cat-shaped woman.
Yeah. And I think what I appreciate more than anything is the consistency that we've been having.
Yeah. There's not just like, oh, how do I interpret the way this character is drawn? Yeah. Yeah. Dylan Pollock, Warrior Queen. Almerac would commingle well with that snoo planet from Futurama.
Yes.
Very true. Yeah.
It's time for the Thoughts of the Week and Dylan Pollock on Warrior Queen, or now we're sharing the same dream, and our hearts can beat as one. No more soups on the run. Honestly, that was the most important thing I had to say about this episode. It's fine. I knew I recognized the voice of the lady who is like, that's his definition of marriage. What planet's he from? It's Renee Taylor, who was Fran's mom on The Nanny. For anyone else who is
from Long Island.
No, I think even for these shows from the 90s, that most of these people are not getting that reference. But The Nanny's a good show.
Already.
You should watch The Nanny.
Nanny is good.
Also, I want every villain to now end every moment with, all right, what's for dinner? Also, Superman is fighting the giant dungeon creature, and I can't help but think, why not just use your heat vision and dice that motherfucker up? At first, I thought it was he didn't want to hurt it too badly, but then it was terribly electrocuted, which I think probably killed it. You know what else is going to kill it? This question of the week, James' favorite part. James and Brian, if the two of you were betrothed to each other and forcibly married, what's something the other one does that you wouldn't be able to put up with?
Amazing. No, I don't know. I don't know. I like Brian. If I had to be married to him, it'd be fine.
Yeah, forcibly. I don't know about forcibly. Let's see.
If he was my lawyer, it'd be okay.
Oh, Jamie, I know what it is.
What do you hate about me? Tell me now.
When I am socially burnt out as fuck, and I'm like, I need to go to bed, and you're like, we are gonna turn the lights off and talk for a half an hour.
I've thought about the last two times that I've done that. I've actually felt really bad about it because one of them was just me relaying the entire plot of On Her Majesty's Secret Service, like scene, like shot by shot to you at like 2 a.m, and then you just kept falling asleep throughout the thing. And then just being, and I just kept going.
I do have a tendency, like, as is much with all my other neurodivergent ADHD friends. You like go until your brain's like, and shut off. And if I like can't sleep when my brain does the shut off thing, it's a little like, it can be like, I don't want to be rude, I don't want to be an ass, but also like just can't fucking do it.
No, see, we've had the discussion now I will never do that again.
Oh no. Do you remember when you were here for the live podcast? And it was like, Jessica was in bed. You were like on your way. I was like hanging out in the open doorway of my bedroom.
I was just standing in the doorway to Brian's room, just looking at him and saying random little things. And then I'd disappear and then I'd show back up and he'd still be looking there because he'd know I would come back. You're right, though. I'm sorry, Jessica, that I do that. I thought you were going to tell me that you're like, oh, he's going to put me in a robot costume over and over, and I just don't think I can handle that.
That I'd divorce you over, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. This is from Legacy Michael Allen. Still catching up at a brisk pace, but hated hearing my own voice through those headphone microphones. So I used a studio mic setup that's been collecting dust, and if you think for 1 second that this is the sound editing of somebody that has never used audio software before, you're absolutely right.
Lofton's Law, number 49. The weather has been strange these past few days, slowing down my journey. I totally didn't get sidetracked listening to God of War video essays for a week. But I digress. I've seen remnants of poison ivy scattered amongst harlequin dolls in the waves, and chains drifting out of a radioactive river. They looked as though they were broken out of off-screen somehow. Must have been the prep time. Around this time, I saw a sign labeled James Hates Core. A curious message indeed. The next day, I saw a pristine Jimmy Eats World CD. But even more concerning was the smiling fish. I've caught many a fish in my time, but none with a full mouth of teeth with a red lipstick smile. Someone should patent that. The ship got seriously damaged when a drawbridge closed directly onto the front of the hull. Fortunately, my mechanic was close at hand and fitted it with new turbocharged tri-nitro injectors. As I sing a song brought along by fellow yacht mate Kimmy to ring in our weekly yacht, I look forward to the next week's worth of voyage through the wide Yoppie blue.
Wow.
that was pretty good. Yeah, I'll press the applause button. I would say you had written me telling me you'd sped it up to 1.2 times speed so that it would fit in 60 seconds. I'm just go a couple over if you gotta leave it at the normal speed so it doesn't sound all fast forwarded like that. But goddamn the whoa echoing, that's so fucking good. Thank you.
That was marvelous.
It was really well like, oh, where is it in space? Like as I'm listening. It was good. It was a good mix. Siloop Zaya. It must be new. I've never said that in my life. Warrior Queen. I feel bad for that old lady. She's clearly in a boring, unhappy marriage, but I'm glad it's not implied to be abuse as far as we know. So much it should have been me jokes I can make about Maxima and Soups. I wish Superman used heat vision at all in this episode. It's a fun, funny, badass woman episode, so still cool. 8 out of 10.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't think about the heat vision thing at all.
I did, but then I didn't say anything. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just one of those, like, he can do so many things, but right now he can't, I guess. LexCorp cares. LexCorp cloning mishap. Hi there. Just an important safety warning from all of us here at LexCorp. Sent while sipping coffee from a delicious L-Cup machine, the only instant coffee machine that syncs with your drone strikes. L-Cup. Brew, sip, boom.
Hey there, Jaguar, Bentley. It's LexCorp here. Bit of a hectic day over in the LexCorp offices. Kind of hitting the street. So I'm gonna level with you on this one. Lex really loves disco. We don't talk about it a lot, but we were trying to we're trying to clone the Village People, right? And they came out wrong. They came out real wrong. So if you see a punk, like a rat man, like a human rat man, like a sailor, and then just I hate to be mean, but like mom's basement energy, that's probably our guys. You need to look out though, because they came out too horny. I know what you're thinking. It's the Village People. They got a really horny energy. Like, how can they come out too horny? But I'm telling you, they're too horny. You need to look out. Anyways, just be aware, if you're on the streets of Metropolis, they're scared of butterfly nets though, so you can just get them with that and you're good. All right. Well, be safe.
I was like, where is this going? And Quirrell Ducks. Jamie, the Kryptonian disinformation agent. Apologies for my aggressive greeting last time. I'm still adjusting to modern social customs. It's my understanding that I should have built up more rapport with you beforehand. Anyways, James, why the fuck are you still lying to Brian and the listener about Candor? That's the bottle city. It totally was restored to full size, and it was like a whole year-long event. Sheesh. Well, I guess there's a chance you just weren't reading Superman around 2009 to 2010, correct? Like most people that exist. I wasn't either, mind you, but like last year I went back and anyways, the scenario you two joked about with Superman restoring the city and causing problems was actually the whole premise. Overnight, there's suddenly a nation where every single citizen has Superman's powers and the world just has to deal with it. Thought the Cold War was paranoia-inducing? A nuke's nothing compared to a Superman, and suddenly there's 100,000 of them walking around and nothing else on Earth can really stand up to them. There's lots of geopolitical scheming, conspiracy, and spying, and the way the American government responds is very reminiscent of how it interferes with other countries even to this day. But also, how does Superman deal with this personally? The motherland he never knew is back, and now he's not special anymore. He's just some random dude now. And not only that, but he's drafted into their military and forced to work alongside General Zod. So go read the new Krypton saga on the DCU Infinite app, listener. Cancel your Netflix and Amazon. 85 years worth of comics is better. Or, I don't know, buy one less cheeseburger a month or something and drink more frickin' water. Yeah, that's true.
I love all of this. Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, cancel Amazon, drink more water.
Yeah. Read
and for
books.
that,
Fuck it.
Yeah. And for that one emailer from last week, Nightwing's batterings are canonically called wingdings. You're welcome. I looked this up. That's true. Until next time, lads. Long live the Legion.
Are you serious?
I think it comes from the Arkham video games, but yeah.
It comes from Windows.
It comes from
3.
a font full of bullshit. Yeah. Ryan Hipp, Warrior Queen.
Ryan Hipp is a warrior queen.
Never recorded a single one of these from the side of the road. The fuck are you talking about? All right, it's everybody's favorite. Shooting down the walls of heartache. Bang, bang. I am the warrior.
The lawyer.
Queen. And I got a special little thing to say, too. This Memorial Day weekend, visiting us in North Carolina, none other than Keen Machine. Say hello to these beautiful people. He's in a town an hour away, but he's screaming at the top of his lungs, you gotta believe me, isn't that right? Well, that was just rude. Between Apples for Bob last time and Veruca Salt, I mean Queen Eczema of the planet Melmac this time. Superman's in its kooky era, and I'm here for it, especially the moment with the elderly couple in the window and Tim Daly's perfect delivery of, I'm glad. It's great. Let's always be stupid. Forever. Question of the week from Dylan Bollocks. Should singing be the new gimmick? Let me know in the comments. Video isn't even posted yet, but the comments are already a resounding no.
I liked it. I also I appreciate, just realistic car sound effects. That's always nice. It's good.
Yeah. Ryan, you just do you, man.
You do whatever you want, okay? Just don't say racist things. We'll be fine. I'll play whatever you send, I guess. Yeah, Superman in his kooky era. I completely forgot about the couple of different Superman line reads. Where he's, I'm glad. The way he said that was really good. He also said something else when they were about to fight. I can't remember what it was. It was similar. I promise. Z-Man 12-Bet. It's Knightwing time, baby. It's always great to see the former Bird Boy become the Bird Man. I always thought with Catwoman's redesign...
Bird Man! Sorry, I had to.
Is that Harvey? Yeah. Harvey. Birdman. I always thought with Catwoman's redesign was slick, but thought she used that Victorian makeup on the mouth area to be like, I'm not the well-known Catwoman, I'm a new girl in town. Also, Dick getting sloppy seconds from his adopted dad. Yop! Great episode, you dazzling duo, J-Man and Bram Stoker. Thank you. God, I didn't think about that part. That's pretty gross. I don't think they did anything. I don't know. Lots of stuff happened off screen in that episode, so who knows? True score, Warrior Queen or Mommy's Lil Sandworm. Here we go again, Java James and Brandy Bryan. This was the episode I knew I remembered the least from this show, and might I say, I was pleasantly surprised. I think the animation looked pretty good, aside from some little things, and the story was fun. That's all I need for these Superman episodes. Also, the Lobo thing at the end blew my mind, because I 100% forgot that happened. Here's the stuff said during the watch. Enjoy. Like from his roommates or friends or whatever. I thought we were watching Batman. I feel like that's also what Alora did. Why is this in French? Our audio changed to French. I don't know why.
Oh.
my queen, my mate, my foot. She did a lot of toe pointing in this episode.
Yes.
She goes to caress Superman or doing a very pointy toe backwards. But then even when she's stomping on Decine at the end, she's only doing it with the ball of her foot. She's just burp. Why is she in the bath? How is that allowed? Why is Maxima's neck a foot long? What the fuck? Oh, and why does her hair wrap around her chin? Also, what are even her powers right now? I'm confused. Was that hairy guy Stan Lee? No. But didn't he create these guys? No, most of that is Marvel stuff. I thought that was the same as this. No. Also, this is all definitely just sex. She literally said no one has ever lasted this long. Yeah, that's true. We didn't talk about that. Why do we keep cutting to this old woman married to Stan Lee? Ain't no way those stairs hurt Superman's head. Wait, yeah, that's a good point. She shouldn't even be fazed by that. Wait, she still has powers when she's trapped? Why didn't she do something earlier? These shows really like their tentacle stuff. Oh, it's a sandworm from Dune. This is disgusting to look at. Did he just turn into a drill and whoa, what the fuck is this, a strip club? Sky Zoo for the win. It's Sazu. That's what I said. That's cute. She's changed. Bro looked at her ass when she walked away. Oh, Lobo jump scare. Whoa. How do you know who Lobo is? Honestly, I don't even know. I just know that's him. Till next week, Brody. Sent on my custom Dundee sandworm 0.5 by 4 foot electronic motorized moist slime worm with remote control and internet connection.
Nice.
Wow, do you really have one of those? That's sick.
That's sick.
Thank you. I do really like
that.
the friend commentary. Yeah. Eric LeBeau, Warrior Queen, or I've got Superman in my dungeon.
Nice.
Well, it took a week, but I'm finally out of the hospital after taking a boulder to the dome. Doc said everything should be fine, outside of the headaches, and the brain damage, and the brain damage, and the brain damage. When did my microphone get here? Oh, right, this week's episode is Warrior Queen, or... This is actually another episode I distinctly remember watching on Jetix as a kid, which might explain my taste in women, come to think of it. Speaking of which, what exactly are the Queen of Albuquerque's powers? Can she just atomically reconstruct anything into anything else?
Who knows?
I mean, she turned a bathrobe into armor and a stalagmite into a sword. Could she have turned the armor of those guards into bathrobes? I know it's not important to the plot or anything, but you can't just have a character with a power like this and not have a limitation set. But talking about her as a character, I want her, and I want her now. I'm waiting. God, her delivery was terrible. Forget this. Keep calm and yup on.
Yeah, it might have just been the line delivery that was the worst part.
Yeah.
Turning the guards' things into robes reminded me that the wristband that opens a portal, Decine, first of all, why didn't he just shoot them into space or something? Why did he put them in the dungeon at all if he just wants to get rid of them? I guess, the Carnarite's down
Plot
there.
device?
Yeah, he just does the Dr. Evil. I've got a gun in my room. Like, we'll just shoot them or whatever. But then at the end, what's your face? Zazu, the bird from Lion King, opens a portal and is like, Superman! And he throws all the guys and punches them like through it. Does he know where that goes?
Nope.
Where is that going?
Certain death.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, and there's like, I almost wanted there to be a beat afterward where he finishes doing that. And he's like, so where did we send them? He's like, the sun. And we're just, oh my God, what? No, I'm Superman. I'm not supposed to do this. Oh, I didn't realize it.
Superman just nonchalantly killing baddies.
That's something killing baddies, Maxima, have sex, something. There's something in there.
Great.
Kyle Naranya, you scratch my back. Checking email to see what else Kyle, in quotes, is up to on a typical day. Why were there so many emails to the yogurt company YoPlay? Anyways, I really enjoyed this episode. Nightwing is a really interesting character. Grown-up Robin rocks. Brian, how long will it take you to get used to the new art style? Stay stellar, dudes. Enjoy the toques, Kyle Naranya.
At least one more episode.
Yeah, and at most, all the more episodes.
Yep.
Jordan Newman. This says GCN internal memo. It's from Summer Gleason.
Okay.
Hi, Jack. I'm hearing an alien attempted to mate with Superman and I assume try to take over the world or something in Metropolis this week. Not sure. My sources weren't super clear. I know you're busy negotiating some contract upgrades and can't make it out of the city of tomorrow, but this is a pretty big news we should definitely have someone reporting on to keep Gothamites informed. After landing that big exclusive a while back, I'm feeling a little cooped up in Gotham lately, so just say the word and I'll happily take your place as GCN's remote correspondent. Just food for thought. Let me know. Summer Gleason. Oh. Interesting. Maybe the Batman episodes would have, or the reverse. The Batman ones would have Jack. The Superman ones would have Summer.
Who
You tell
knows?
me. Next time in the future on Jump on the Bat-Wagon. And last for just Mark Aquino. Warrior Queen, or I support women's rights and women's wrongs, or all the Kirbiness. Whoa mama, the horny level here is off the doggone charts, but the Kirby aesthetics are absolutely to die for. A lot of Frank Frazetta too. Queen Maxima is quite the character, that's for sure. One thing I'll say is that if the people of Almerac had to choose between Maxima or her scheming assistant Sazu, they should just choose neither and start their own democracy. Honestly, not much else to say about this episode. It was just kind of okay. I really hate that I don't have much to add about this one. It makes me feel lazy. Is that what's happening to me now? Am I losing my touch? What do you think, Bizarro Mark? What make you think me know? Me am just living in your comments. Maybe you just overthinking this. And besides, that Lobo cameo at the end was the best part. Maybe you're right. Me know me am right. Me always right, just like David Zaslav and Brian's dog. Boss Biggest Bear Hugs, the #1 podcast host in this here multiverse of ours, James Gandolfini, and Bring Me to Life. Praise to our Lord and Savior, Dylan Pollock. Thanks for having me on your podcast. Remember, I'll gab the she rules because I forgot to. Oh my God.
Oh, what the hell?
I've totally listened to that episode. Likewise, of course, I should do that.
Yeah,
though.
same.
To his loyal disciples, all the names. You're all the absolute best. Don't you ever forget that. I leave you now with a question of the week. James's 89th favorite part. Would you rather have endless chocolate with no fear of cavities and calories, or have your favorite actor become your best friend? Till next week, big ol' whoosh, I just flew away.
Whoa.
I think endless chocolate. I have good friends as it is. Thank you very much. Well, I don't even know who my favorite actor is.
Gary Oldman, maybe? I don't think I'd want to
become
be
your best friend.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I'd want to be best friends with Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Let's go with chocolate. Fuck it.
Does that mean that everything about this person like changes to be in alignment to where they would naturally be your best friend, or do they just don't change at all, but you're stuck with them being your best friend now? That's my question of the week. Mark's 90th favorite part. Yeah, that changes it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, chocolate's a safe answer.
It is. Well, we have one more episode before 1998, finally.
Oh, wow.
And 5 more episodes before our next movie.
Oh, my God.
The next episode is called Double Talk. Do you think it is Batman or Superman? What could this be? And
I mean,
inform it.
I assume it, like anything double, my first go-to is going to be Two-Face.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to think about what double talk could mean aside from Two-Face.
Who speaks twice?
Who speaks twice?
For two different mouths.
Ventriloquist?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So it's Superman now.
Yeah.
That's actually like when you said that, you're like, double makes me think Two-Face. And I went, oh, fuck, it does. But it's not Two-Face.
But it's not like a Two-Face naming convention.
Yeah, I guess so. Like Double Dare or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be alliterative or something.
Okay, ventriloquist.
What's he up to? Fucking up the day? You might say.
No.
That's what, if we were married, I would be so mad all the time that you would just say fucking up the day all the
time. He is trying to turn Batman to his side.
Okay. No, but you're kind of onto something. I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
It's in the same sort of vibe as that, I suppose.
Thanks.
You'll find out next time.
Oh.
No, we could do it right now.
Yay!
Let's not, though. It's 8:31 p.m. at the time of this recording.
And I've not had dinner.
And I'm Brian. We'll see you next week. Goodbye. We lawyer up.
Well,
It's a start.
a start. What about us?
You know I can't stay here, Maxima.
Oh. Very well. I release you from our betrothal. You're free to go.
Thanks.
Are there any more at home like you?
No, but as my mother always said, there's someone for everyone.
Scum-sucking, rat-scratching deceit, and nobody better stop me.
Jump on the Bat-Wagon is hosted by the Watchtower database. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for DC Animated Universe videos on a regular basis. This podcast is edited and produced by yours truly, James Strecker. Musical themes by Kimmy, Cooney Phoenix, Viltsu, Eric LeBeau, Jordan Blumen, my mother, and of course, my smooth co-host, Brian, brother Broderick Meneely. To buy us a Yoppie beverage and hear your name read in a future episode, or to nab yourself a Yoppie Dude t-shirt, please visit the links in today's show notes. Thank you for supporting the show. You can hear more on today's DCAU episode by checking out our friends over on the DCAU Review and Timm Talk podcasts. Please leave us a 5-star review on your app of choice. You'll damn well hear it read on the show. If you'd like to reach out to us like the fire hand at the end of World's Finest Part 3, you can email batwagonpod@gmail.com or leave a comment on the Podtower. New episodes of Jump on the Bat-Wagon are released Fridays on all your favorite podcast feeds and watchtowerdatabase.com. And we'll see you next episode, same PP time, same poo-poo channel.